Hello, Math 111 Online. My name is Gary Parker. I am your math teacher / coach this quarter. And so I just want to show you a little bit about the system we're going to be using. So I'll share my desktop. Oh, before I do that, this right here, let's go, is the book you're going to be using, College Algebra. So building skills and modeling situations. You can either just get the ebook or you can buy the textbook. You have your choice. Prices are pretty good either way. All right. So if you've already set up an XYZ account before, then you're in luck. If you haven't, then you're going to be able to log into a screen that's going to look like this later. So let's look at a different browser. So you want to get yourself over to xyzhomework.com. And the opening page looks just like this. Now, you probably don't have a login, so you wouldn't be able to click login now. There's a getting started guide here for students that I'm going to email you. You probably already received it. You're going to do a register as new student. And you'll enter your name and your school, BMCC, and your email address, whatever email address you prefer. And then you'll make yourself a password, and you'll be a good person and read the terms of use. If you already bought an access code through the bookstore, then you'll enter it here. If you bought a new book with an access code, you'll enter it here. If you bought the access code through XYZ, you'll enter it here. If you haven't yet, then don't worry about it. You can register anyway. The course ID you can enter now or later. My course ID for y'all is 4905. So when you enter your name here and register and type all your stuff in, you could type it now or you could type it later. Okay. Anyway, you're going to register for account with XYZ. Once you do that, if you haven't entered an account, you'll have the option. Come on. It's not behaving. I hate that. All right, let's try minimizing this. There we go. You log back into XYZ. And I'll show you what that looks like. Maybe. There we go. So I'm going to go back home. So once you get your account set up, then you'll be prompted to log in here, and you'll type in whatever your email address is, and you'll type in your password, and then you'll click Login Now. Doing that will take you to a screen that looks like this one here. Now, you won't have a course here unless you entered the 4905. If you did enter the 4905, you'll see your Math 111 course here. Otherwise, you'll click Enroll in New Course, and you'll get another opportunity to enter the course, 4905. And then you can enroll in it. Now, I just want to show you some things about that. I might as well continue the enrollment there. This is just not behaving. There we go. All right, so then whatever courses I enroll in will pop up on my screen here. Let's go back to XYZ a minute. Here, let's go home. All right, let's check out the Getting Started guide because there's important things here. So in the Getting Started guide, when you register, again, it's optional to enter the student access code. You could instead, after you register with your username and password and email address, choose to go with the 15-day trial. You should wait to do the 15-day trial till you're really ready to start. You could start right now, or you could wait till Monday. It's up to you. And then you'll have 15 days in which to get a code, either buying it from XYZ or buying it from the bookstore, either with a new book or without. Regardless, if you go with the 15-day trial period or you buy yourself an access code or a new book, then you get access to the materials in the course. And my browser is not behaving. So what does the course look like? Let's take a peek. All right, so here's the XYZ system here. First thing you'll see is my syllabus section of the course. There's a course calendar, which I've already sent you, and hopefully you have this hanging on your refrigerator. There's the syllabus, which you can read all about the course policies here. Now, I have that at the top because I really want to make sure you guys know that there's a calendar you need to follow and you know there's a syllabus and you need to know the rules. I'm going to minimize this to see some other stuff. Next couple things are getting started guide. That's a little bit different than this guide here. This is more about how to succeed in an online course. So there's all kinds of good stuff here. Tips from student tutors. And then there's just some information about how XYZ homework and textbooks work, some of which I'm going over here. There's a calendar here. It's showing the first 4 weeks, starting with the week we are in. We could expand the calendar to show the rest of the quarter. We can contract the calendar to just show a little bit. Default is 4 weeks. The blue things are notes I put in here for you. So let's see, the 29th is when classes start. It says, read the syllabus, explore online course, do some math. I want you to try the prerequisite exam by today, by that Tuesday, if you haven't already. I'm going to start reading chapter 3, paired data and graphing. If something is yellow or green or orange and red, that means it's a due date. So here there's a due date, and man, that's hard to read. What the heck does it say? It says there's an exam 0. Prerequisite quiz. This is just to get you warmed up with the system and remind you that you already know lots of math. So take that prerequisite quiz. If it goes well, jump into chapter 3. If it doesn't go well, then you might want to jump into the optional review here, chapters 1 and 2, a review of algebra and solving equations and inequalities. It's up to you whether you want to review that. Here's the prerequisite quiz, by the way. Clicking this in the calendar or the prerequisite quiz here will take you into it. And it says this assessment has a time limit of 60 minutes. I don't always put time limits on things, but I did this time just because I want you to get that done. It's very short. You should have no problem with that, and you can repeat it. All right, then we get into the chapters. So there's a unit here for chapter 3. That sideways arrow means you can expand it. And here I list the objectives for section 3.1. This link right here takes you into the homework. So you can try problem 1. Make your answer. They gives you tips here on how you should type it. If you're confused about the homework and you haven't read the book yet, always read the book before you do the homework, right? Absolutely, because you all are great students. You can open the ebook. I'll show you another way to get to the ebook too. Okay? And then you can scroll around in the ebook. All right, so let's jump out of there. I can make it take the full screen if I want. And the full screen's not working. There we go. All right, let's bounce out of that. All right, and you can jump around through the questions. After you answer a question, you hit submit, which is down here, and you'll get graded on whether it's right or wrong. So let's do one just for fun. That looks to me like the point, parentheses, -5, comma 3. Oh gosh, my phone's ringing. Sorry about that. We'll take that in a minute. Okay. And I type it in. I can get a preview of what I type, see if it looks right. And then I can hit submit and hope I got it right. Hey, I got a green 1 out of 1 there. All right, pretty cool, huh? You can redo this question if you thought it was hard, or you can move on to another question. The homework I have here is pretty minimal, so you're going to want to try some other ones, and I'm also going to recommend some problems out of the book for you to do. All right. The other link here is to a video by the author of the textbook. And there's a video accompanying each section. I'll also record some videos like this one here about math, but most of your videos will be listed with the section. So section homework, section video, section objectives, and they're all going to be pretty much like that. After you finish the chapters or chapter, you'll come up with a unit exam. There's always a practice exam to go with every exam. You got to pass the practice exam before you can take the real exam. So make sure you pay close attention to the calendar to give yourself time to do so. Okay. So I'll let you look at the calendar. Messages. You can send messages to me and I can write back here. It's kind of like email, but it's only in this system. Forums. That's a place for you to post questions, like maybe about chapter 3, and they'll appear in this screen here. Messages are only to you, back and forth between you and me. Forums are for the whole class to see. So you could post a question, I'm having trouble with blah, blah, blah in chapter 3, and I could respond or any other student could respond to you to try and help you out. It's a pretty good system. This is just a link to a single page version of the calendar, and then there's the grade book where you can see your progress in the course. right? How you're doing so far. And it has everything possible in here. Okay. There's also an idea called late passes, and I don't have any for myself, but a late pass allows you to get a day more than the due date. So for example, let's suppose that you're having trouble getting section 3.1 done in time. It's supposed to be due no later than Thursday the 9th. Usually I have things due within 3 days of when I post them in the schedule. So for example, it says start 3.1 here, keep working on 3.1, 1, 2, 3 days later. Usually I don't count Sunday. 3.1 would usually be due on the 6th, but I give you a little time because first week's usually kind of rough. So if you're not going to get it done by this due date, you could apply a late pass to that, and it gives you an extra day to get it done. I'm going to give you 3 late passes each. You have to use them carefully. And you can use them on a homework or a test. All right, let's see what else. We got the syllabus, we got the getting started, you got your calendar here. You have your optional review, the required prerequisite quiz, and then you're going to jump right into chapter 3 and get going. This course covers all of chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little more than half of chapter 7. And then we have our final exam. All right, I think that's about it for the basics here. Some other sites you're going to want to be familiar with are XYZtextbooks.com. And you can browse their online books here. And here's our book. And you can open and read the first chapter for free. If you did the 15-day trial, then you can look at the rest of this for 15 days from when you start that trial. And so here's a slightly different version of the ebook. I like this one. It's really nice. It's got the table of contents for the chapter we're on now. It's got some questions here that you can play with. And student tutors, sometimes the instructor of the course, will show you how to do them. So you should, for each section we cover, read through, try the examples, check out the examples here, check out the tutor videos doing them, and then go and try some homework in here. So read your book, check out some videos, come in here and do some homework. Maybe check out another video. Move on to the next section. Read the book. Check out some videos. Read the objectives. Try another video. Do some homework. All right, so you'll keep doing that until you get to the end of the unit where you see practice exam. Then you take the practice exam a few times. Once you get 70% or more, hopefully 100%, right? Because it's open book. Then you're going to move on to the real exam. Here it says the real exam is due by Monday, October 20th. You want to get it done by then or earlier, right? Stay on track. You really need to work on this class every day. If you can't commit to working on it every day, do not take this class, please. People don't succeed in classes like this, not because they're too hard necessarily, but because they don't commit the proper time. All right, that's it for now. You all have a good day and get in touch with me and do some good math. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.